on social media. We're talking a bit about social media here. The House passing a bill today that could effectively ban TikTok all across the U.S. It has gotten a lot of support from both sides of the aisle, but it is also facing some strong opposition over free speech concerns, and it still has a tough battle ahead in the Senate as well. Of course, our chief legal correspondent, Katie Barlow, joining us live to talk about this and break it all down. Katie, tell us a little bit about what this law would do exactly.
Well, first of all, a big moment here on Capitol Hill for a lot of agreement in the House of Representatives. You don't often see this much agreement in a chamber divided sharply by parties, Republicans and Democrats, coming together today to overwhelmingly pass, more than 2/3 of the chamber, passing a bill that would require TikTok's parent company, Chinese parent company ByteDance, to either sell TikTok in the next 6 months or face what would be a de facto ban of the app. So a lot of Republican support, Democrat support on the Hill. Now it will go over to the Senate, where there's a little bit more of a question of whether senators are interested in passing this bill. The Majority Leader, Chuck Schumer, has not promised to put it on the floor for a vote, but President Biden has promised that he would sign it if it makes it to his desk.
So could you explain to me how they would enforce this law? Like, okay, it's banned, but how do you know? Are you going to be monitoring my phone? Are you going to, how we, if I have the, I might go do a workaround and get the app from somewhere. So how would they enforce this?
So that might be a question for the FBI, Joe, for your phone personally. But here, how this law would work. The way that it works is they would actually give them the 6 months to sell TikTok. And if they don't, then they would actually regulate the companies who provide services to TikTok. So people like Apple and Google, who provide the App Store on your Apple iPhone, or who provide web hosting services to TikTok so that they can exist on the Internet. And the way that it functions is if those companies do things like provide app updates or make the app available or give them web service to exist on the Internet, then they could be fined up to $5,000 per user. Now, TikTok estimates that there are 170 million users in the United States. You do the math, 170 million times 5,000 per user. That could be an extremely stiff penalty, and the Department of Justice, their civil division, would be the ones responsible for enforcing that should it come to that.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Well, Katie, any TikTokers out there, if you will, on Capitol Hill voicing their concerns about this?
Yeah, a number of TikTokers have actually been invited by TikTok to come to the Hill, speak with representatives, speak with senators, and say, look, this is actually how I make my money. A number of content creators and small business owners live on TikTok. The app estimated last year over 5 million small businesses on TikTok. That has most likely grown, especially with the app now relying on you can buy and purchase things directly through the app as if you were on Amazon or something like that. So a number of those creators have spoken with folks on the Hill who are obviously disappointed in today's vote, still hopeful that it won't pass the Senate. But they say, look, this is where I make my money. Either people who have ads that they run through the app or content creators that are able to get enough money through their lives, or people who have small businesses and actually sell their products through TikTok by having it right there available to click on through the app. So those folks extremely disappointed, and we'll hear more from them coming up at 5 and 6.
All right, Katie, thanks so much for bringing us up to speed on that. That is our Instapoll question here on DMV Zone today as well. We want to know what you think. Do you think that the government should be banning TikTok or looking into that a little bit further? Ban it altogether. 73% of you agree with that. 9% of you say you force ByteDance to sell.
Okay.
Small majority of you as well say do absolutely nothing. You're
like
fine with things, like it is. You can still weigh in here. Head over to our website, fox5dc.com, or you can scan that QR code there on your screen. Now let us know what you think about TikTok possibly being sold here.
Here we go.
All right.